Good afternoon and welcome to our February model drawing practice problem. We are going to be solving this really quickly so that the students that can then take their independent problem and solve it on their own. So our model problem this time around says, Debbie counted 134 red hearts on Mrs. Dell's bulletin board. She also counted 119 pink hearts. How many more red hearts than pink hearts were on Mrs. Dell's bulletin board? So the first thing we need to do is we need to underline the question because it tells what can be found, and box important words in the question, mostly nouns. So this how many more is going to tell us that we need to remember that at some point we are going to be comparing, which most of the time tells us that we are going to subtract. So how many more red hearts than pink hearts were on Mrs. Dell's bulletin board? Now I'm going to reread the problem and circle important information. Debbie counted 134 red hearts on Mrs. Dell's bulletin board. She also counted 119 pink hearts. How many more red hearts than pink hearts were on Mrs. Dell's bulletin board? So now we're going to start by doing our Connect 4 thinking. We're going to start with our picture, move on to our model, our operation, and the sentence. All right, so let's start with our picture. So Debbie counted 134 red hearts. So I'm going to write RH for red hearts, and I'm going to draw a bar. And this bar has 134. So that's our red hearts. And Mrs. Pike just messed up. Class, what did I do? I started doing our model. So we are going to simply swap these two. Miss Pike got ahead of herself. So we're going to put our picture here and our model here, and I will come back to it. Everybody makes mistakes, right? Yeah. For the red hearts, we have 134. And for the pink hearts, PH, we have 119. So for 134, I need 100, 3 tens, and 4 ones. Now, for the pink hearts, I need 100, 110, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. So now I've drawn a picture that shows how many red hearts there were and how many pink hearts there were. Now going on to our model, so we're going backwards for a second. Our red hearts, we had 134, and our pink hearts, we had 119. Now I know that 119 is less than 134. So I'm going to make this bar shorter, because what the problem is asking us to find is this difference right here. That's what we're looking for. That's the answer that this problem is asking for. So now I can move on to my operation. If I am trying to find this difference, I need to subtract. So I'm going to subtract 134 minus 119. I draw my lines for my place value to keep myself organized. I cannot subtract 4 minus 9 because 9 is too many. I only have 4. So I need to regroup. I now only have 2 tens, but I gave 1 10 to the ones place, so now I have 14 ones. 14 minus 9 is 5. And now I come to my tens place. 2 minus 1 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Because this is going to be 0, I really don't need to put it there because it's basically more of a placeholder than anything. So I can say now for my sentence, there were 15 more red hearts than pink hearts on the bulletin board. And that's all there is to it. Now students will have their own independent problem to work that is closely related to this one, that they will be asked to use the same procedures that we did. They are asked to underline the question because it tells what can be found, box important words in the question, mostly nouns, then reread the problem, collect in all the data, and be sure to look for only the data that will matter. They will then be required to draw a picture, a model, show me the operation, and write a sentence that answers the question. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.